Hello out there. Welcome to day 18 of the 21-day reset. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome, welcome. If this is your first time joining us in the 21 days and day 18, I just want to welcome you and say you are right on time and you're exactly in the place that you're supposed to be. Good evening and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited about tonight's lesson. We're going to be talking about a couple of things tonight that are going to move us further ahead, move us forward in the forward motion of achievement, living a fulfilled life with clarity and awareness. And it's a process, friends. It truly is a process. If you haven't learned already, it is definitely a process. Nothing is transformed in 21 days. I got to put that disclaimer out right now that there are things that are shifting, that things are coming clearer. You're building momentum, you're growing your fortitude forward, right? And things are definitely shifting and changing. And I love hearing from you. I love hearing how you are feeling excited and you have an expectation and things are shifting and you just haven't been this excited in such a long time. I'm so grateful for that. Momentum gets you going, but it's discipline that keeps you growing. And so I would love to know how many of you from last night's lesson, when you got up in the morning, that you remembered to stand up and take your deep breath and make a declaration, declarations of your values, of your purpose, of what it is that you want to feel and experience in your 5 fulfilling areas of life. Please tell me that you remembered to do that. But if you didn't, there's no judgment. We're just going to keep on trying. We're going to keep on implementing what you have brought forward up to now since we first started this journey. And it's renewing our mind. We have to renew our mind. Our beliefs, our behaviors, our BS have been driving us for such a long time, and it just doesn't go away overnight. It's a renewing, it's a refreshing, it's a reminding, it's a commanding, it's being the leader of your beliefs, it's being the driver of your life, it's course correcting, it's course setting, it's really commanding what you want your life to be about, knowing from that deeper place, that deeper purpose, that deeper call within you, calling it forward and commanding it and directing your life. It's a powerful thing. It really, really is when you begin to get that clarity. Welcome. So good to see you. Welcome here tonight. Good to have you on. I've just been waiting as you come in, because tonight is going to be a really good night. We're diving in. We're diving in to go deeper. Can anyone say deeper? Come on, you can give me a deeper. Yes, you can. But let me tell you that you're here. Oh, yes, slave friend. There you are. There you are. I love to see you. Good to have you here. I'm just going to share my screen here so I can see you and see what it is that I'm calling forward here. Let me just move this about. Oh, there we go. And then this plays with me a little bit here, but we'll get it right, friends. Don't you worry. It's always a fun talent and skill that I'm growing in a live YouTube lesson here of screens. But it's good. It's challenging. I love growth and I love challenging. And I was thinking tonight, and you maybe have been thinking similar things. It's like, wow, day 18. Why do I put myself through this? I was saying this to myself. Deeper, yes, hello. There you are too. Come on, come on, come on. All right, we're gonna get going. But I was saying, like, I was, going, why do I do this to myself every single year? I go through this 21-day challenge, and honestly, it is so fun, but it's challenging, and that's what it's meant to be, challenging. But I say, why do I do this where I have to show up live in front of people prepared with a lesson and hope that they get something out of it for 21 days, man? It's so good, but it sharpens me. Iron sharpens iron. And that's where the most growth of this year is going to happen, is in these moments, in these times with this community, having you in front of me, having you responding, us going and digging the trenches together. That's where the fire gets stoked. That really is where that metal, that pedal to the metal starts to get, press in, and we get clarity of what it is that we want for this year. And it's like the most precious time. So it's the most challenging, but it's the most precious. So thank you for being with me in this, and us doing it together. But I don't want it to stop. I don't want it to stop here. I want us to continue and carry on with these conversations. I want to hear what it is that you're doing to take the next steps, to take those steps every single day to build on your life, to fight for the life that you are designing, that you are co-creating, that you are really going after. This is important. This is gold, and very few people find it. Very few people choose to invest like you're investing in this time. And it's going to reap its well rewards, and I can't wait to hear about it. The thing is, the reward. What is your reward? What is the reward? At the end of the year, what is your reward going to be? We're going to talk about goals tonight. Oh yeah. Don't you worry. We're not going to talk about goals like normally you talk about goals, where people hate talking about goals. They don't like to be accountable. They don't like to commit to anything. They just really don't like it. But we haven't done that. We are gone from building the foundation, about getting clarity about what really sparks us, what gets us really excited. And that means something. At first we had to go through the trenches of pulling the weeds, right? We had to get through the muck. We had to get some clarity to take place of even trying to decide on what it was that we wanted, or what things really meant, or why would we even care about doing this, right? We had to get through some smog to get to this point. But now you do you have some idea? Do you have some clarity, more clarity than what you had last week? Do you have more clarity today than what you had last week about your life? Please say yes. Please say let's go. Let's give me some energy out there, friends. Give me some energy. What's happening? How are you feeling tonight? Let's get going. Let's shift our state a little bit. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh yeah. Woo-hoo! There we go. See, we learned how we shift our state. We're feeling a little lull. We're feeling a little, slumpish or anything. Does it really have to stay that way? Does it really have to be that way? Friends, I want you to challenge these things. I want you to challenge the states. I want you to challenge where you're at, because we have become complacent. We have become complacent as a society. We have become complacent as a people. We have become complacent with our lives. We've accepted too many things. That's just the way it is. Oh, that's the way it is. Well, I'm going to tell you, that's not the way it is. It's not the way it is. I'm going to preach it up a little bit tonight, because I gotta do some preaching. I gotta tell you, okay? It's not the way it is. It doesn't always have to be a way. So you have to challenge. You have to challenge whether you're buying into somebody else's values. You have to buy into somebody else's principles. You got to buy into other people's experiences. Why does somebody else's experience have to be your experience? Because I don't live my life that way. I tell people, I don't get sick. I'm sorry. It's not arrogance. It's just not accepting sickness. So I don't get sick. I tell my body, I command my body, I tell myself, and I tell other people, I don't get sick. And if it starts to get sick, I don't let it go any further. And honestly, sickness doesn't stay with me. I'm so blessed with that. But I tell my body that my body is a blessing. I bless my body. I bless my body. I don't curse my body. I bless my body. And so I've really learned how to master my mind, and master my soul, and master my faith. Master my faith. Well, that's always an ongoing journey. I'm gonna be honest. There are days and there's moments, but when we really understand the principles of understanding, of committing our life, to purpose, committing our life to intentionality, going for it, not staying average, but going for the more. You have to stop accepting excuses, stop accepting other people's values and beliefs. And the thing that comes to mind tonight for me right now as we're speaking, because we're all women and we've all been there, but I want to share something with you. And, it's going into, I'm 51 years old and, approaching the time of life that I'm approaching or I was approaching, whatever, I would hear these stories and I was watching these people, and it's fine for other people, but not for me. Okay. What other people deal with, or that's fine. So there's no judgment in you. I'm just giving my experience. It doesn't have to be your experience, but I just hope that when you go into something and you're hearing that it's going to be a certain way and it doesn't feel right or doesn't sit right with you, why don't you challenge it? Okay, challenge it for yourself. So going into perimenopausal, I'm hearing like all many perimenopausal and menopausal, and it's this way. You don't sleep, you sweat like crazy, your mouth gets dry, your bones ache, and you just hear all these nightmarish things. And I'm like, wow, you don't like sex anymore, you don't like this, or you don't like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, why would I ever want to get old? Why would I want to get to that stage? And so it was a bit concerning for me. But however, just like I am with sickness, that I don't get sick or I don't accept sickness in my body. And I'm always so grateful that God, you give me an amazing immune system, and you've made me so healthy and whole and to fight off every sickness and disease I do. And so the same thing with perimenopausal. I'm like, no, I'm not going to experience those things. Why do I need to experience those things? Like, all right, really. And so I began with the mind, because our thoughts are things. Okay. Thoughts are things. They're very powerful things. And so just like when we're children and you become an example of your environment, of what you hear, and you just don't have any filter, you just take everything as truth. We can do that as adults. We get super lazy and we just take things in as adults. And before you know it, it becomes the majority. It becomes the truth because you hear it enough times from different people. Challenge it. Because I did. And I have not experienced the things that other people have experienced. And that's like glory to God. I give it, I really do. I submit my life and I commit to those things. And so, whatever it is that you're moving ahead, as we talk about goal creation, you need to get an idea of your life, of what it is that you desire for it to be. Get a bigger picture. So, for me, I visualize a lot of things. So you stand in the direction of your faith. And so it's really important as we think about this, as we've talked about our values and what's important to us as people with values and what that means to us. Last night we talked about, the different areas of fulfillment, whether it was health, right? There are our physical health, our financial health, our relationships, our spiritual health, our personal development, all these areas. What do they mean aligned to our values? And we're only going to keep on going with this alignment if we have that bigger fulfillment, that bigger why of why are we doing what we're doing? Who are we doing it for? And why does that matter? And it all starts with this place with the desire. But before we get going into it, friends, I'm telling you, woo, 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 woo. I hope you're not mad at me that I said that I challenged the whole perimenopausal and menopausal things. Don't be mad. I'm just sharing how it can be different. Things can be different, right? Why, I don't know, pick something in your life that you hear. Maybe, yeah, help me. What stage in your life that you hear that you're just like, you just kind of accepted? Has there been something in your life along the way that you just heard, that you just had to accept, and you just, it didn't feel right, and you didn't really want it, but you just accepted it anyways? Is there something like that? I don't know. You can just take a challenge and challenge it and see if it's any different for you. I dare you. That's what I want to do. I want to triple dare you, that when you're stepping into these big goals and somebody around you is saying, oh, it's not like that. Who do you think you are? Oh yeah, go ahead. See if you can do it a different way. Right? This is, you know that this is going to happen. We have these dream poppers. We have these people that, misery loves company. They don't want you to do things differently. So be very careful when you start thinking about your bigger why, your bigger vision. Do not share it to the dream poppers. There's a lot of them out there. They have this critical mindset, or there's this fear factor. They want to keep you protective. And so they'll share why you shouldn't believe that, why you shouldn't fight for it, why you shouldn't go after it. Do not do that. You create something in your life. You create in your heart and in your mind and in your desire and in your body, and you anchor it in and you go for it. You set forward tasks every single day in order to keep that vision growing and building and equipping, and like you just keep it stoking day after day, and before long you start to see the changes happen in your life. It's really, really exciting. But let's start with our feet on the ground, our hands on our heart, and let's take a nice deep breath. Shall we take a deep breath? And when we exhale, just blow it out with some power, because we're going for power tonight. Let's go for some power tonight. Let's take a deep breath in and blow out. Oh, it feels so good. Another deep breath in. And a power breath out. All right. Okay, we're not settling. We are not settling. We're not settling for average, because you were meant for more. You really were meant for more, and you didn't come this far to come this far. I say that often. I'll say that to my kids and my friends. You didn't come this far to come this far, so you better just keep on going and growing. Because the truth is that it is a process, and it's not about where you're going to end at the end of the year. It's who you're becoming. It's the person that you are growing into. Someone shared with me today that, it's taken a course. It's been a decade. Some things have happened, but because of love and support, that they found themselves again. And that's a beautiful. That is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reflection. Because we've all, if you've lived a life, we've all had disappointments. We've all had failures. We've all had things that we regret in our life, that we wish that had not have happened, but they did. And that's been part of this journey, is not taking regret, not living with remorse, not living with letdown, but doing it with reflection and perspective and understanding, and seeing how we can bring the good forward, the growth forward, and add it to the new growth that we're going to have today and tomorrow. Your desire is not random. It's being guided. It's being directed. And so just as that person said to me today, with guidance and love, here I am. It's exactly it. Now with intention, with your intention set of what it is that you really, really want. So let's think about that. I want you to take some time and just can you just close your eyes for a moment? Just close your eyes for a moment and take a nice deep breath in, and just I want you to anchor the thought of your future. I want you to anchor it with breath and creation, just like how we were first formed at the beginning of time, was with breath and word, from the breath of God in the time of creation. You're not chasing something, friends. You're not chasing your future. You're not chasing something outside of you. And if you are, then you need to just close your eyes. Yeah, exactly. Your desire is not random. It's not. You're not chasing something on the outside of you. You're becoming someone aligned with you. The person that's already there, like you said, like the person that shared with me tonight that said, I finally found myself again. And sometimes we've never known ourselves before because depending on what your life was like, it could have been a whirlwind of so many things. Moving on from the environment that you had when you're growing up to the friends that you chose at school, to family on the outside, to getting your job and your colleagues that you worked with. They had different values, they had different beliefs, and they affected how you saw the world. They affected how you dealt with relationships. It affects like these things. It says to be in the world but not of the world. But it happens, right? Life happens, and we do get affected by these things, and we lose sight, but not anymore, because you're getting real intention. You're anchoring your future with creation and intention. And all the work that we have done up to this point brings us here to that place of intention. So as you're thinking about it and you're spending some quiet time tonight, and clarity about your future and anchoring that future, when you're fostering that place of value in the 5 areas of your life, in the area of financial, to have that fulfillment at the end of the year, what does that look like for you? I want you to put a number on it. Yeah, I hope that you have your pen and paper in hand, because we're doing more work here tonight, friends. We're doing more work. At the end of the year, go ahead and put a number on it. At the end of 5 years, what does it mean for your financial stability in 5 years? What does that look like for you? Put a number on it, but it is so much more than that. So financially, for you to have a dream, for you to have a goal, what does that mean? We need to put markers on things so that we can set stepping stones. So go ahead and do that. Dream big, think large. So the full picture, 10 years from now, we're having a conversation. We're having a conversation 10 years from now, friends, okay? You're now 10 years older from where you are right now. I'm 51, so I'll be 61. Oh, I'm going to turn 62. So I'll be 62 in 10 years. So whatever you are, you're 10 years from now. What is that? So yeah, okay. We're there. What does that life look like? And I don't want you to move back from it. I want you to press into the values, the work that you have done right now, the anchoring of your faith and your desire, and the stewarding of taking it all in. What does your life look like? Go ahead. I want you to think about, what does your life look like financially? And what is important to you according to your values and your purpose? What is important to you? Go ahead and write it down. Take some time and write it down. For your physical health in 10 years, what does that mean for you in 10 years? You're sitting around. Who are you sitting around? What are you doing physically? What does that look like for you? What does that feel like for you? Allow it to really feel in your body. You're 10 years older. Please don't feel older. Tell me that there's things that have happened over the course of the 10 years that has gotten you to a place. So you're at the end of the 10 years. I want you to go into the description of what that looks like for you. Oh, we're in the world, but not of the world. It's from the Bible that we are to be, that we're in the world, but not of the world. And I gave, I really struggled with the understanding of that. And I just really, really recently got a really good clarity on it that I just shared with you. That takes away from our purpose. It takes away from our original design, our beautiful original design of purpose and promise in our life. And when we're of the world, we allow everything that's around us to affect us, to contaminate us. And not all of it's bad. It's just everybody has their own experiences and their own beliefs and their own rules and their own perspectives. And so it gets twisted and turned, and it's not all intentionally bad. It's not, but it's of the world. So you go astray. So that's where the clarity that I've really like, wow, I want that original design of what I was truly meant for, belief for, and dreaming through that perspective and dreaming through those lenses. So I want you to dream tonight as you're thinking 10 years from now in the area of your health. What does it look like 10 years from now? What do you look like? What do you feel like? What are you doing? What are you being active of? Or in your personal development, you're now 10 years older. What can you say? Like, what has happened? What has taken place 10 years from now? What does that mean for you? We're 10 years older, and it's a good time. It's not a heavy time. It's a rejoicing time. It's exciting time. You've like done all the things that you wanted to do. What does it look like for you? You have to have an idea of what that looks like. Feel it, believe it, and see it. My husband and I have a really fun routine that we go through. Every so often we talk about any given Tuesday. It's any given Tuesday, friends. So my husband and I will say it's any given Tuesday, and we'll go over what that looks like. So our any given Tuesday, and it means in our future what it happens on any given Tuesday. We're in our bedroom, waking up in the morning, and our automatic blinds start to rise. Oh, it's 8 o'clock in the morning because we no longer have to get up so early. So it's, as the sun is rising up, we're in a warm climate of where we want to be. And we have these beautiful luxury sheets because I love sheets, and they're so nice and crisp and lovely, and the air is so fresh and so clean. And as the blinds start to go up, we have big tall windows in this place that we live, nice high windows. And we go out the back patio door, and we go and sit down at our table where I have my fresh fruit. Somebody has made me breakfast, has prepared my breakfast for me, and I come and I sit down and I start eating my fruit. And we have a glass atrium at the back of our property, and there's like beautiful lush grass from where we are the patio to where our gym is in the back, and it's a glass house gym, and our personal trainer is there ready to start training us. So my husband, because that's what he does, he'll go ahead and he'll start his routine. But I like to sit down and have my yogurt first and just take in the morning. And I'm just, I'm taking in the fresh air, the tropical smell. Oh, it's so good. And so we finish our workout, and then I come back and I sit at my patio again, and I start looking over my schedule, my calendar of where I'm traveling, where I'm speaking to, where I'm going to my mentorship centers, or what things going on. And I can see the smile on my face. I can just see the contentment of my body. And I experience this over and over again. And so my husband will do, and I will do that. Every so often we'll say it's any given Tuesday. What does that look like? And it's the same story over and over because we're building that. That's what we're building. We're building our future. And so, there's different moments in our life. Like we have now automatic blinds in our house. And it was so cool. There's been different stepping stones. We bought our first house in Florida, and it was like, whoa, we bought our first house. We know how to buy a house in Florida now. Like there's been these stepping stones of experiences. We're like, wow, we're on our way. Like we're on the journey. We're building it now. We're not waiting to the end. We're building it now, and we're allowing ourselves to make adjustments of, oh, is that something that we want? Is that something, but we're building it. Do you see where I'm going, friends, about building our future? So in 10 years from now, you are 10 years older. What are you doing? What does it look like? Like, what does your life mean in that time? And it may not mean retirement or whatever. I don't know. It's going to be different for you. So I don't want to paint a picture for you. But in 10 years, your health, your finances, your spiritual growth, your spiritual your spiritual development, your personal growth development, your contribution to the world. Like what does it mean? What does it look like? How does it feel? And we build our framework, we build our goals from that perspective. You know, when people are when they're making these mapping systems, it's really interesting. When they're building the software for these, yeah, it feels awesome, right? Exactly. You don't want to be afraid of your future. You want to live your future now. You're building it right now. You're creating right now. As you're feeling it so good and you're seeing it, you're creating right now, woman. You're creating it. It's happening. And then you're going to have these moments where you're like, whoa, it's really happening. Our automatic blinds in our window in our house is so cool. We're actually experiencing it now. This is really, really, really fun. And there'll be different things of that. So it's really good. It's really, really, really good. So we want to build from that place of that. And so we go, I was saying, sorry, I got distracted there for a second. I apologize. What I was saying is that when they build mapping systems, when they build these mapping systems, the software for the mapping systems, they don't start from your departure point. They actually go to the destination and they work their way back because there's many different paths that they can take, right? So they have to work their way backwards to get to the starting point. And that's exactly what we're doing tonight, is that we start from our endpoint and we work our way back to where we are now. Okay, so that's going to be your homework, is thinking big, allowing yourself to receive that future 10 years from now. What does that look like for you? And working our way backwards to where we are today. And how do we get there? We know that we need to add faith. We need to fuel the faith, the willingness to receive, that you are worthy to receive everything that you're meant to have in your life, right? To receive it, just to receive it. And what do I need to do today? So, what are the things that you can do? So, this is where it comes in the goal setting point. So, what is the very first thing that you can do in those 5 areas? In the 5 key areas of you today, I want you to write it down. What can I do today in taking action? And I hope that you took action yesterday because we're building on what you took action today, what we can do tomorrow. So, what was the thing that you did today that you could build on tomorrow that is building this future, compelling future that you have and that you behold? That will keep you in the space of it feels awesome. This is exactly what I'm living for. This is exactly what I'm growing my life. This is exactly what I'm creating for in my life. And there's a journey, and it's not, it's not an easy straight path, but you have to behold the beauty of your life. You got to behold something in order to have a direction, in order to have a guidance of what it is that you want. Will you allow yourself to do that? Let me tell you, if desire keeps knocking, it's not random. If desire doesn't leave, it's not random. It's an assignment. It's your assignment. So if there is a desire for you and right now, there is something for you to fulfill. There is something for you to do. Now listen to carefully, is that desire without structure becomes frustration. And that's how most people live their life. They just kind of let things happen. We'll just kind of roll with the punches. We'll just kind of roll. Well, that's not how we're doing it. We're designing it. Desire without structure becomes frustration. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you had been feeling frustrated going into before this challenge, it was because there was no real structure. If we're going to be honest, have you had real structure in your life that you could say was by design? Whoa. Can you say that? Did you have real structure that was something by design? Desire with clarity becomes the goal. So when we're thinking about our future, and I gotta I got to reduce this this camera because it just came down on on my on my face. It's going to be so fun for recording and people watching this. I don't care. I don't care because I'm being just really, really real and honest with you because I know that goal setting is not a comfortable place for people to go. So I want it to be. I want it to be relaxing. I want it to be motivating. I want it to be kind. I want it to be real. So desire with clarity becomes the goal. And goals are desires with deadlines, emotion, and action. This is your framework. Is this a framework that you can work with goals, desire, deadlines, emotion, and action? Deadlines, emotion, and action. This is what we're mixing our goals and desires with. Okay, so we're building on top of each other, but we're having deadlines. So we talked about 10 years. So where would you like to be in 5 years? Where would you like to be in 6 months? Let's just start with that. Let's start with our 6-month goal. So in 6 months, in what it is that you're building in your life, you're going to make some commitments for yourself. You're going to set some structure with desire, deadlines, emotion, and action. So today and tomorrow and the next few days that we're together, I want you to share with me what deadlines, emotion, and action you're going to put. We've put anchor in motion, and tomorrow night, I'm going to take you through something that is going to be painful because you need to feel the pain. You need to feel the pain in order to get the movement. I'm not bringing you into movement tonight because tomorrow's exercise is really exhaustive. So I need you to come really prepared and sharp like you always do because I'm going to take you through something that is pretty radical. It's pretty radical, and it's going to bring you into movement. It's going to catapult you forward because I'm going to help you to feel the pain that if you do not do things in your life, if you do not apply movement, deadlines, and emotion to things, and you're exactly the same 5 years from now, I'm going to take you through an exercise that is you're not going to like. You're not going to like it right one bit. But don't worry because I'm going to replace that state with power, momentum, future, and hope. So that when you're building your future, when you're building your goals, you're going to be doing it with fire. It's an NLP practice, and it's something that I do with my clients one-on-one that I'm going to teach you all tomorrow. So you're definitely going to want to show up for this because it's something that you can really take with you moving forward. But your work tonight is I really want you to get down to the 5 areas of your life. 10 years from now, what does that look like to you? How do you make it feel? Allow your body to feel it. I want you to get really, really clear and really, really detailed so that when you have any given Tuesday, what does it look like? And get very, very descriptive. Very descriptive. From the beginning of the morning to your morning routine, into your afternoon and into your evening. What does the perfect day with no barriers, no nothing, what does it look like for you to be living 10 years from now? Okay. We need you to get clear on that because it's going to help with our exercise tomorrow. Okay, friends, I love you so much. I believe in you. I know that you're made for incredible things, and that's what we're fighting for. So have an amazing, incredible evening tonight, and we will see you again for day 19 tomorrow. Good night, everyone. You're welcome. Good night.